So, I just saw Eurovision Song Contest, the story of Fire Saga, the new movie out by Netflix. And I really wanted to talk about it and do a short little review because I enjoyed this movie an unnecessary amount. I just put it on and was not expecting to be as into it as I was. And I don't want to pretend that it was anything necessarily groundbreaking that you absolutely must see, but it was just so wholesome. Usually when I put on a comedy movie, I'm just expecting it to be like a short-term, good time with some laughs. I never really leave feeling like I was charmed by the movie. And I definitely felt this way with Eurovision. The story is really, really simple. It's about these two childhood best friends who, ever since they were little kids, they've been together and they have big dreams of entering the Eurovision Song Contest. A thing that I know nothing about because I'm uncultured swine. And I was still fully able to enjoy this movie. And that's really all there is to it. It's just about these childhood best friends entering this contest, and all of the charm and wit and comedy comes directly from the characters and their relationship with each other. And that's really what the story is mostly about. It's just about how their relationship kind of changes and gets rocky throughout this whole journey of entering the contest. Will Ferrell plays Lars and Rachel McAdams plays Secret. Rachel McAdams' Secret is so bubbly and optimistic and artistic and hopelessly in love with her childhood friend Lars. And throughout the movie, it's made clear there's a little bit of sexual tension between the two, and there always has been, but Lars is just so one-track minded about winning this contest and launching their musical career. And honestly, it's just all the little character moments that make it so hilarious that are the best part. Near the end of the film, I won't give it away, but there's very few movies lately that I've seen that have made me just laugh out loud in surprise, and it was pretty good. One of my favorite things about this movie, and one of the things that kind of surprised me the most, was how tasteful everything was. Like in this movie, you've got Dan Stevens, Will Ferrell, Rachel McAdams, Demi Lovato, and 3 out of the 4 of them are hands down American stars. At every point in the movie, I almost expected there to be some kind of low blow joke. Everybody was doing an accent, but I don't feel that it ever really veered into that area where it was iffy. Like, if anything, they were making fun of more the extravagance of these song contests and the pageantry and of musical artists in general. Dan Stevens' character, for instance, plays this closeted Russian superstar that's just like all about sex and pageantry and excess. And even though he's kind of romantic competition for Will Ferrell's character, he's just so darn likable. Everybody in this movie is really, really likable. This movie isn't a musical at all. It very well could have been, but they just chose not to go in that direction. But I think part of the reason why people love musicals so much is because they're big and they're fun, and you can't help but being invested in it when everybody's just singing out their feelings and having a great time and dancing and in costume. That's really what this movie is about. Everybody kind of gets their moment in the sun, and everybody brings something different to the performance. Fire Saga's music reminded me of the stuff that I listened to when I was 13 years old and thought was just like really intense. I got heavy Nightwish and Within Temptation vibes. I don't know if that's necessarily what they were going for, but that's how this girl interpreted it, and it rocked. My top 3 songs have to be Volcano Man, a mashup song that was sung at a party with all these different musical artists coming in. It was like a mix of Ray of Light, Do You Believe by Cher, Waterloo. It's just a movie chock full of feel-good poppy music. And I also really loved the final showstopper piece that Rachel McAdams' character sang, Hometown. That song reminded me so much of Let It Go, or just any Disney princess song in general. Give it a listen or watch the movie, and just when that part comes up, imagine a Disney princess running up a mountain, or up a hill, or into the ocean, into some kind of nature, and just belting it into the heavens, and see if it doesn't fit. It does. Everything was just really catchy. And here's the thing. I know that people are gonna be finding things that they don't like about this movie, or things that could have been done better. It's by no means a perfect movie, but it just made me happy. If you're looking for something that's gonna pick you up, something that's really wholesome and feel good, something with a lot of character and physical comedy, then I definitely recommend checking out Eurovision. If there's one thing that I could kind of pick apart about it that I wish they just went the extra mile, it's just that you can absolutely 100% of the time tell that nobody's really singing. I know how it works. I don't expect everybody to be actually singing when they're filming this movie, but it was pretty obvious, and at times it was a little distracting. So I can understand if people are picking it apart for that, or if you think that that's just going to take you completely out of all the enjoyment that you can feel about it. But honestly, that's a nitpick. It really didn't bother me that much, and it definitely didn't take away from any of the enjoyment I felt watching this movie. Anyways, guys, that has been my review for Netflix's Eurovision, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.